Hello from the Appalachian Trail, day, I think 102. So I have been at hostel for, a couple days. 3.5 days. I was coming, I left some hut in the Whites and I climbed up, I think Madison maybe. It's real bouldery, and my left knee started bothering me. So much so that I had to go really slow. I put away a trekking pole and used my left hand to, I found if I push down on my thigh or kind of grip the back of my leg, like right under my butt, that it relieved some of the pain. And the descent on Madison is very steep, straight down rocks. So that was rough. And then even at the bottom, it flattens out mostly. But anytime I needed to pick my leg up or bend it much more than just walking flat, it hurt. And so I'm gripping my leg the whole time. Probably going 1 mile an hour. It was very defeating. I felt probably the lowest I've felt on this trail. I don't know. I was like, Lord, help me get off this mountain, out of this trail. I was going to try to make it into town, into the hostel. And that became apparent that it probably wasn't going to happen. So I think I hiked about 5 miles like that, or 4-ish. And I found a campsite, thankfully, and camped there. And then it was 1.7 out, and my leg did feel better to where I didn't have to like grip it and assist it with my arm the next morning, but it was still slow moving. So I've been here in Gorham, like I said, about 3.5 days. Icing, taking ibuprofen. I got picked up by a hiker that hiked in 2017, and he took me to church yesterday and then back to his apartment, and he gave me some turmeric and kind of hung out for a while, and that was nice, just talking with another hiker. And just been resting. I met another guy that was dropping off like a bin of food that he last year, I believe, hiked the Great Western Loop, and he attempted it in 21, and I'm pretty sure I met him on the PCT briefly. I remember meeting someone in the Sierra doing the Great Western Loop, and I was like, wow, that's amazing. And he's like, yep, 35 to 40 miles a day. I just keep thinking about the Rockies in October. And he was like, yep, I'm pretty sure that's me. And I was like, yeah, I didn't really remember him, but like I had that conversation. He was like, yeah, I was real worried about, the San Juans in October. So I guess he got hurt in 21, but then he attempted again last year and completed it. One of he said like 3 or 4 people, I think, that has documented it and completed it, which is pretty amazing. So he was dropping off like a huge bin. Actually, it's that plastic bin, completely full of like good hiker food. Like, it's stuff that I would probably buy. So I basically did a whole resupply, 2-day resupply off of that, besides dinners. And but I told him about my knee issues, and he left and went home and came back and brought me a knee brace and some KT tape. So I'm thankful for that. Just been resting because I'm real nervous about going out and re-injuring to where, like, if it was as bad as when I came down Madison, if it gets that bad again, like I can't hike like that. Like, I was limping, hobbling, just do more damage. So that's my concern. I am going to try to hike out tomorrow. The good news is I've been told there's several spots I could bail out if I need to. And as another hiker told me, that I'm probably going to figure out real quick if the injury is manageable and hikeable, or it's going to get worse real quick, because where I got off at Pinkham Notch, it goes for about a mile, pretty mellow, pretty flat, and then the trail basically goes like straight up, Wildcat, one of the steepest ascents, one of those rock climbing ascents. So he's like, you're probably going to figure it out real quick. If you get about a mile up that and your knees starting to hurt again, it's starting to get worse, and not just, feeling whatever normal to the injury that you have, you probably just turn around and come back down. So I'm hoping I don't have to do that. There's a 20-ish, 22 mile, I think, stretch between Pinkham Notch and Route 2 to where I can get back into Gorham. So I'm going to bring 2 days of food, and I might take 3 actual days to do it. So 2 full days and then maybe some snacks, just to really slow it down, which is going to be hard. I don't know. I've been trying to push it. And even the last stretch in the whites, like I was, pushing it, doing 20-mile day, 18-mile day, which, a lot of people cut their mileage down to 10, 12 miles in the whites just because it's so difficult. And it's hard to let that ambition go, but I would rather let it go and be able to finish rather than take myself out, basically, from trying to go too hard. So hopefully it works out. Find out soon enough, probably tomorrow morning. I believe it is supposed to rain. So, but I think it's time to at least figure it out, because if I I don't know how long I could stay in Gorham. I mean, I could stay here. Obviously, they'll keep taking my money. I've been tenting in the backyard of the hostel for the entire time. I wonder if I could see my tent. Oh, you can see the edge of it down there. Blue spot. So, been tenting, the cheapest option, and the guy I met that picked me up and took me to church, super nice, and got his number. He's like, let me know, if you need to be rescued, I can come get you if I'm not working. And he was super cool about that. And the guy here, Paul, that runs the barn, has been super nice and just super. He's like, I haven't even been keeping track. I went to settle up with him today. I was like, oh, I think I owe you. I paid for 1 night. I think I owe you 3, which would include tonight and laundry. He's like, I haven't even been keeping track, so whatever you say, that's what we're gonna do. So hoping and praying everything will be okay, that I just take it slow, and be able to finish. The AT is so close. Got about 20 miles to 1,900 miles, and I think about 30 miles till Maine. So total of like 320 miles left.